Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Neymar Jr. And the main reason why we are going to be talking about Neymar in this video, it is because there has been a report explaining that Neymar's environment have expressed that Neymar Jr. does desire to come back to FC Barcelona. And the way that I am going to be formatting this whole video is that I'm going to break it down into two different parts. I'm going to be talking about what this whole move does mean for FC Barcelona and the fan base, right? What are the sensations? How do people feel? What is this all about? I think that it is always very important to set the tone on what exactly this does mean when it comes to Neymar moving to FC Barcelona. And then I'm going to be talking about, could we actually see Barcelona approach Neymar in the coming summer of 2021, right? What are the chances? What are the possibilities of this Brazilian player that used to be a Barcelona player coming back to the Camp Nou? But before we do go further into today's daily news, I do want to talk about our sponsors for today, and that is the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app has always been recognized to be the best football app you could find on the App Store. When it does come to the hottest or the latest news that is going on in the football world, you could find all of that within the OneFootball app. And as for us Barcelona fans, all you do have to do is make an account, and then once you do make that account, you will be able to find a choice on what teams you do want to follow. So all you would need to do is turn on the push notifications for Barcelona. Then moving forward from there, you will be notified on the total amount of goals Barcelona has scored during a match day. You will also be able to see when Barcelona do start and end their matches. And then the most important one is that you will also be notified when Barcelona are currently operating a transfer or will be doing a transfer in the coming summer of 2021. All of this is going to be in the OneFootball app. So if you guys are interested, there is a link in my description. You will be able to click it. It will take you straight to the app, and then from there on, you'll be able to create your own account and then follow the teams that you do want to follow. And I would also like to thank the OneFootball app for sponsoring this video and for supporting an independent creator. But now let's get back into the video. So now starting with the first part of the video, and we're going to be talking about what this move means for Barcelona. And I do want to talk about what did happen earlier today when it comes to PSG versus Lille. Because earlier today, PSG did lose against Lille, which was actually second place at that time before the game didn't even start. They did lose 1-0. And Neymar did participate in this game after being out because of a injury. And looking at that game, right, Neymar did not have his best game. Neymar was playing absolutely atrocious in this game. And by the end of this match, before the game was about to finish, Neymar did receive a red card. And just looking at the whole play there, we can see that Neymar did actually body the defender. The defender did not mean to trip Neymar onto the ground. And then in the end, we did see Neymar get extremely heated against the defender, and they took it all the way into the tunnel. And then we did see many security guards trying to break down the fight. We saw a security guard falling down for no reason. Neymar was trying to start the fight, and it was quite clear that the defender did not want to continue the problem inside the tunnel. But we continued to see Neymar very frustrated and complaining ever since he was given that red card. And immediately after that, right, coincidentally enough, we did see a report coming from Xavi Navarro, who has stated that Neymar suspends contract renewals with PSG because he knows that Messi will not leave Barcelona no more, and he wants to return to Barcelona. The Brazilian has contacted Laporta's new management. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, the Neymar Jr. of him potentially moving to Barcelona, they have begun. This is going to be the beginning of another great big saga of Neymar moving to Barcelona. But what was the whole point, right? What is the reason why I wanted to bring up that situation that went on in that match between PSG and Lille? It is because of this. When it comes to Neymar going to Barcelona, what everyone needs to understand about this move is that this is a completely different Neymar. This is not the Neymar that we did let go back in 2017 or the Neymar that we did buy back in 2013. This is a completely different Neymar that acts in a different way on the pitch. It has been said that the PSG version of Neymar is way more undisciplined when it comes to the game. His attitude has completely changed, and when it comes to stepping up for his own club, he does not want to take the responsibility because he is not there because he is having outside issues, or it is because he did encounter a red card or a injury. That is the Neymar many have described him to be with PSG. And when it comes to Barcelona bringing in a player with characteristics like this, you're going to be wanting to think twice if you actually want to bring a player like him in, because what's very important about Barcelona, the club, is to always protect the environment, right? The sensations going on inside the locker room, outside the locker room, and on the field. You always do want to protect that like if it was your child. And Laporta does know that. Laporta is a big fan when it comes to protecting the club's environment. But that's going to be the tone that I do want to set, is that this is going to be a completely different for Neymar if Barcelona do decide to bring this man in. But this is what really boggles my mind about this whole thing. This is what fascinates me the most about Neymar potentially moving to Barcelona. Hearing this news, it is huge news. It is so huge to hear that Neymar wants to move to Barcelona because he knows that Lionel Messi will be staying, and that is the point. The fact that we are hearing Neymar wanting to go back, it ultimately gives us the idea that Messi does want to continue with FC Barcelona, that he does want to stay and represent this badge. Because over the past few months, we have always said that Barcelona are playing well, which means that Messi might want to stay. But it was never a guarantee. We were never 100% sure. But now adding on top of that and hearing the report that Neymar wants to move to this club and play with Messi again at the Camp Nou, it gives you that security that Messi will be continuing with Barcelona. That is probably the best thing we could probably hear regarding this report. And it says here, according to Rack 1, from Neymar's environment, it is believed that the player's desire is to return back to FC Barcelona. So it is almost 100% confirmed that he does want to return back. And it's crazy to hear this, right? It's so crazy to hear just how football works, because a couple of weeks ago we were hearing that Neymar wants to renew with PSG and that there was going to be no problems, that he was happy, that he wants to continue, and he does not want to move anywhere away from PSG. But now we are in a full 360. Now we are hearing that Neymar wants to reunite with Lionel Messi at Barcelona. But here's the thing, many people in Barcelona, the city and the fan base, are not favoriting this move. And I remember when Bartomeu was still the president of FC Barcelona, there were many reports. There were about half of the members that Bartomeu did have within the club that were disagreeing on the move of Neymar moving to Barcelona due to economic and sporting reasons. But that's ultimately going to be the tone. That is the main reason why I don't want to explain this in the first half of the videos, because there is a lot of rejection within this report, a lot of bitterness going on with Neymar moving to FC Barcelona. That is ultimately the tone. But at the same time, right, this is also giving us the security that Barcelona is still a club that many players do want to join, and not just any players, but world-class players, and especially the player Lionel Messi. And now I do want to move on towards the second part of this video, and that is going to be about, could we see Barcelona actually approach Neymar Jr. in this coming summer? So if Neymar continues to reach out for Barcelona, and he has made it very clear that he wants to move away from PSG and not renew with PSG, and he sees that Messi has renewed with FC Barcelona, could we see Barcelona actually attempting this move? So first things first, this is basically the reason why I always say that bringing in a player like Neymar is always going to be very complicated and very dangerous. And I'm saying this because of many reasons. And for those of you guys who have watched me through IG Live, which is something that I do about 3 to 4 times every month, you guys know exactly what I'm going to be saying regarding this topic. Laporta's goal will forever be, in this coming summer, to sign a number 9. It is going to be Erling Haaland. That is going to be Laporta's ultimate goal. He wants to bring Erling Haaland to the Camp Nou as soon as possible. If he could find the chance and the possibility to do so, he would do it in this coming summer. But this is why I do say it is so complicated and dangerous. If Haaland actually does not join Barcelona in this coming summer, the Neymar to Barcelona transfer is going to become much more of a reality. Joan Laporta has said time and time again to Lionel Messi before his campaign and after his campaign that he is going to be giving Lionel Messi a winning project, a project that is strong enough to compete against the top level clubs in Europe. With Laporta saying that, and saying that you are going to be bringing a winning project, does come with a lot of pressure. So when it does come to the conversation of hearing Neymar's name and hearing that Barcelona might actually attempt to sign Neymar in this coming summer, out of all the choices with Memphis Depay, Sergio Aguero, Lautaro Martinez, Neymar is going to be in that conversation. And the reason why I'm going to be calling it here is because there's always going to be that possibility. The possibility of Laporta potentially heading towards Neymar Jr. There is a slim possibility. It may not be the biggest possibility, but there is always a slight chance when it comes to Neymar moving to Barcelona, and especially when you tell Lionel Messi that you are going to be giving a winning project. This is why it is so dangerous and why it is so complicated. Now, I do want to talk about the other part of the second half, and this is going to be something that I do expect to happen, which is going to be the big possibility, and what I could see Barcelona do and Laporta do with Neymar knocking on the door. And that is that Barcelona, the sporting directors, Laporta, Ronald Koeman, many people in the club are going to be looking at this potential transfer and say, this is not going to be worth it. Neymar coming to Barcelona is not going to be worth it on an economic standpoint and on a sporting standpoint. Because let me tell you, if Barcelona are actually going to be spending around 135 million euros or 140 million euros, it would not make any sense to spend that amount of money on a 29-year-old player that will be turning 30 next year. And if you're going to be spending that amount of money, whether it's even 150 million euros or 160 million euros, at least make that player young. At least make that player knowing that this player is going to be coming to Barcelona and play for Barcelona and give you a good 6 to 7 years. That is how you build a sporting project, is to bring in players that will bring you the exact same effectiveness on the short term and give you longevity within the club. And ultimately, I do find it extremely difficult to actually see Barcelona bid in for Neymar for 140 million euros, because if you're going to be spending that amount of money, you are going to be needing to sell Antoine Griezmann, Philippe Coutinho, Pjanic, and many other players. And would that really make sense? Would it really make sense to sell Antoine Griezmann, Philippe Coutinho, who are younger than Neymar Jr., who is 29 years old? That is being the most ridiculous. And if we're going to be talking from a sporting standpoint, Neymar does have a place in Barcelona. If he were to come into the starting 11, he would start, but it would come with many consequences. Many players are going to be affected by Neymar starting in the starting 11, and it would just in the end not be worth it. Players like Ansu Fati will have his minutes decreased. Players like Collado, who's going to be going into the first team next season, his minutes are going to be decreased. What about Dembele? What about Trincao? There are many players in Barcelona already that are wanting these minutes, and Neymar Jr. affecting the minutes of these youngsters is not going to be worth it for Barcelona in the long term. But that's going to be my quick take on Neymar potentially moving to Barcelona. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys believe Neymar is a real option for Barcelona, and would you guys like to see Neymar come into the next season and play with Lionel Messi once more at the Camp Nou? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.